Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Our catalyst overpowered as we speak. There's been a lot of fuzz online about catalysts being overpowered, and now I understand where you come from because there was a time where I used to believe that catalyst was overpowered, and I'll show you why. So over here, I made a video that was 1 month ago, our catalyst balance, right? So if you look over here, I was, on my mechanics, and there was a catalyst coming at me, and that time I didn't know catalyst in the sense that I never play catalyst, I never play elementalist, I don't play anything about elementalist, and I don't know how to counter attack them. So I knew that when she was coming at me, I would take a risk because usually in order to beat somebody, a class in World or PvP, the best way to win is to anticipate your enemy next move, but that's only if you know your enemy, which is pretty much PvP rule number 2 that I mentioned into another video. So if you look at this catalyst over here, and I am on my mechanics, and also just let you know I had the wrong build. This is a very bad build. The reason is, like I said, I was just like roaming, but with the wrong build to counter an elementalist technically. But I don't use this build anymore, to be honest with you. And also, I don't anticipate her burst. I don't anticipate her. I'm not blocking her burst. There's a lot of mistakes that I've noticed. Like if I look at it now, he switched to air, then he's gonna use the Galewind spell to CC me, and then he's gonna burst at me with fire. Now I'm CC'd. As you can see, I cannot do anything for 4 seconds, and now he's bursting the fire, and he has the aura, which will allow you, meaning when I come back of stun, when I come out of it, if I start attacking him, not only is he bursting me already, but also he's gonna gain might, which will make him even more powerful. I didn't know that. Okay. Let's see. His health are not budging, and the reason his health is not budging is because I keep kiting him, and which is a good thing. You have to kite him, but if you just kite him all around, you never get to touch him. My mech is too slow. Mechanics is way too slow. They cannot follow the catalyst. So he was winning in all the sense of the game because I was just doing everything wrong, and I have the wrong build as well. And here I was complaining. I was complaining over here, when in fact it was not him, it was me, the problem.
That feels good. Urge to kill rising.
So basically what he wants, see the catalyst, in order to be successful, if you take this build, because of Arcane, every time we switch attunement, where is it? So elemental attunement, every time we switch attunement, we get a boon. Right? This guy over here, Pyromancer's Puissance, you gain might for using any skill while attuned to fire. So one of the way they burst, along with the Jade Sphere over here, Elemental Empowerment, no, it's not this guy. This guy's Spectacular Sphere. What happened is that if I use this guy on fire attunement, and let's say I switch from, I don't know, if I switch from air, all right, and I switch from air and I go to fire, and I use my Jade Sphere, and then I start attacking because of Pyromancer, I'm going to get my 25 stack of fire very easily. But there's a good thing about that people don't know, because if I have 25 stack of might, if you can steal my boon, and I'm going to give you a hint, if you okay, this guy, Superior Sigil of Absorption, steal 3 boons when interrupting a foe. So see, if you have this sigil over here in your weapon, and let's say I have 25 might of over here, right? Well, if you use this sigil, you will get my 25 mites to you. So see, that's one thing about PvP you need to understand. There's always a way to counter. There's always a way to counter the enemy if you have the proper build. Rule number 1, have the proper build against the proper class. If you are to face someone, if you're facing someone who has a lot of boons, then you want to use this sigil maybe that allows you to steal was it a sigil of absorption that allows you to steal their boons. Or you have some class, like I think some class that steals I think it's Necromancer can steal boons from the enemy. I think you have some weapons and traits, I'm not sure which one, I need to redouble check that. So you also have trait like Signet of Suffering, which removes boons from the which can remove boons from the enemy. Okay, so it's Scourge. So basically, Scourge, leave a trail of sand as you travel, grant boons to ally passing through it, inflict burnings on enemy, and corrupt boons into torment. So a Scourge is one of the good class to counter Catalyst because of this, because Catalyst, they have a lot of boons, but if you use these spell over here, like this guy too, grant, one second, let me show you. See this boon over here, this skill, unleash a ghostly serpent toward target area, convert a boon from struck enemy to torment. So if they have 25 stack of might, and you use this guy, or even this guy, or even this guy, or this guy, or even this guy, I believe, let me see, convert a boon on nearby enemy into torment. So if you use this build like this, which is super mega amazingly powerful against Catalyst, because Catalyst, they survive because of their boons mainly. So if you have this build over here, well, you don't have to do that, but and also you have, let's say this, and let me see, and you use this guy. Okay, this one, cripple nearby foes and remove their boons. So you see this guy over here removes their boon. For strike your target, gain life and corrupt boons on your foe. There you go. For each condi on your target up to condition threshold, gain additional life force and inflict torment. So this guy, if you combine that with, so when you use this on the foe, from 3 to 5. Sorry about that. From 3 to 5. That's what it says. What if I take this one? Wait, no, this one over here. Oh, okay, it's the same thing. 3 to 5, but up to 5 target. This one allows you to AOE people around, but you also have 200 condi damage. So this is good for AOEing. So this is a good thing, a lot along with Sigil of Absorption. So that's it, guys. So this build over here, which is insanely powerful, will convert boons on enemy. This is 5 pulse, by the way. 1 second each, and you do that on the Catalyst, and they're GG'd pretty much. But you need to have like a tanky build. Like I would suggest you to go with this one over here. This is the build, I would say, Death Magic. Like this, and you don't have to take this one over here. Otherwise, you can go with Soul Reaping, and depends what you want. I mean, you can go with this build as well against a Catalyst. I mean, if you play against a Catalyst, I mean. So yeah, guys, what I'm trying to say here is that there's a lot of way to counter a class, but it is up to you to think about the options that you have to counter a class before you say that they are overpowered. Because you see, the build that I have, the sigil that I have, the runes that I have, the stats that I were using were all wrong. They were all wrong, and I died pretty fast, and I wasn't doing any damage. And they had perma boons, but there's a way to counter these boons. See, when you see that they have 10 stack, when they have 10 stack of might, that's because they are using this guy over here. So if you see there, I have this this up over here. You want to run away from me for 5. Well, you don't have to run away, but I suggest that you get away from me for 5 seconds, because if I use that, if I use this spell, it means I'm gonna burst at you. It means I'm gonna burst at you with fire, because I know for like 5-6 seconds you won't be able to do anything at me. You won't be able to knock me down, and I'll just be ramming you. You understand? So you gotta. These are the things you need to think about. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about this burst. That's why I kept dying so fast, and I just face roll myself into the enemy all the time. Also, I'm playing Mechanist, and like I said, my Mechanist was dying to Catalyst. I was very frustrated, but once I started playing Catalyst and started being good with Catalyst, I knew how they would play. I knew their burst, I knew their rotation, I knew how to get the boons, and I knew also their weakness. This is a Catalyst. This guy is very good, by the way. He's very good. He could have killed me very easily, but the difference that he didn't know is that I play Catalyst myself. I know his burst. I know what he's gonna do. I can anticipate all his move. I know when to kite him. I know when not to kite him. I know everything about him. That's what he doesn't know. He thinks that I'm a Mechanist and I will die because Mechanist is underpowered. Right now, it's very hard to play the build that I have. Even if you see all these, this setting that I have, nobody plays Mechanist like I do. I challenge anybody who's watching this video to play my build and try to make a kill. Link me your video. I want to see how you play Mechanist with my build. I want to see how many kills you do. It's super hard to play Mechanist. The mech is slow as shit. And the fact that I beat him with an underpowered class, I mean, when people say Catalyst is overpowered, how do I face and kill a Catalyst with Mechanist who is underpowered? How do I do that? The answer is simple. The three PvP rules that I keep mentioning, and that's how I beat him. There you go. So now he has the aura, and I try to immobilize him with tools number 2 so that he stop moving, because if he stop moving, my mech's gonna attack him. If my mech attack him, well, it does a little bit extra damage, but my mech is not powerful for shit. Mech does not do a lot of damage. The only reason I use my mechs for F1 and F2, and that's it. F3 maybe, but F1 and F2 are my main spell, which has a long freaking cooldown. So it's kind of useless, to be honest with you, but it's also there as a decoy. So if let's say he puts too much time on me, my mech is going to assist me. But again, it does not a lot of damage. I see right now my mech is like freaking like licking the floor for some reason, so I had to teleport in order to unbug him or something. See, my mech is trying. Well, there you go. I got F1. But see, it doesn't do an look at the damage my mech is doing. Like it does no damage, bro. And I'm about to die here as well. That's why I use mace number 2, because mace number 2 gives me regen and gives me vigor. So playing mace is very good against a hard class like Catalyst. So these are the things that I figure out, you know, as I go, because you got to learn these things by yourself. Here I was about to lose. I knew I was about to lose. I had this. I knew that he was preparing for his final burst. That's why I have to go away. I have to run away. And by the way, in World v World, there's no rules, guys. In World v World, there's no rule. If you want to run away, you run away. Some people, they think that when you run away, you lost the fight. But in World v World, there's no rule. So until I'm dead, until I'm 100% dead, you haven't won anything. You haven't won anything unless I'm 100% dead. So if some people say, "Oh, you just ran away from combat," well, you got to find a way to catch me. The Catalyst has a lot of spell to catch me. Ride the lightning. You have to use Ride the Lightning, and then you have to CC me and stop me and slow me. You have Cripple. You have a lot of way to stop me. But it's up to you to figure out as a player, not as a class. As a player, it is up to you to figure out what spell is beneficial against which class. So if you know that I have a lot of mobility, then you're going to have to cripple me and you're going to have to immobilize me to CC me so that you can do your burst. It has nothing to do with a class being overpowered or not overpowered. So here I get away from him. And I know he's gonna follow me because he wants the kill. He wants the kill, but he makes a mistake. Instead of coming right at me, he's gonna go this way to the right. There you go. So now he's GG'd. Also, the thing I like about Mechanist is that my reflective shield is also a weapon, in a sense that if you attack me with like a strong burst, which are projectile, I will reflect it back at you. So that's the thing about Mechanist. In order for me to be good, you need to be good. So if you're not good, I'm not going to be good either. That's why I like to play. I like to play against good players because I know what spell they're going to use to kill me, which is why I will be able to anticipate them with reflective shield, or even CC them with the other one. I forgot the name. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of. It's like a chess game technically. You gotta think about what they're gonna think so that you can think better. I know it's a little bit weird, but that's the way it is. You have to think what they think. If you can think what they think, then you can think of a better answer, a better way to beat them at the end. That's what it is. See, now I know she's trying to run away. I'm gonna have to immobilize her. I'm trying to immobilize her and cripple her so that she doesn't run away. And now she's out of option. Boom. There you go. Alright, so I have another one over here. Platinum. This is a Catalyst. This guy is super mega powerful. He's gonna wreck that Weaver like it was paper. So see, now I'm just minding my own business, doing a trebbing SMC, while this Catalyst is one-shot killing this Weaver. And don't forget, Weaver are super powerful, Catalyst is super powerful, but what makes the difference is the player behind the keyboard. So look at him. And boom, 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 boom,
Weaver.
Boom. There you go.
He got
that burst. When a Catalyst bursts at you, especially if they have hammer, you don't want to stay next to them. You need to get away. So she should have get away from his burst, but she didn't. That's one big mistake I see in World v World. A lot of players who are good with their class, they know their burst, they know their rotation, but they don't know when to evade an attack. They don't know when to run away from somebody's burst, and that's what happened 99% of the time in World v World or PvP. People are like, oh, my class is powerful. Yeah, when you burst, you're powerful. What if the guy runs away from you? How powerful are you when you're out of burst? When you're out of burst, you're GG'd. So that's what you should have done. You should have ran away. But you know, see, he didn't. I don't know, but I'm not saying that he sucks or whatever. But Weaver is super powerful. It's not just about clicking buttons and hoping for the best. You really need to anticipate the other player, no matter what class they are. Wreck. He got wrecked. So now I'm going to face the same player here. I'm going to show you, and don't forget, the Mechanist is underpowered. The Weaver is more powerful than Mechanist. And the build that I use, nobody plays this build. Nobody plays that. Like, name me one person who plays this build in the entire Guild Wars 2 community. Name me one person. Nobody does. So this build is super hard to play, and I don't think anyone. Well, I think people can play. I think Jen, you guys know Guild Jen. She could play my build, and I think she can actually play because she's like one of the only one that I know who's actually a beast. She's like a beast. She was born a beast, by the way. So I think Jen is the only one who can play that. But apart from her, I don't know anybody else. So look at this guy now. I'm going to face the same guy who just wrecked the Weaver. So here is weakness. I had to think about his weakness. He's playing hammer. He's playing hammer. And in order for him to burst, he needs to be next to me, right? So I need to kite him. That's the only way I can beat him. If he focus on my mech, then I need to focus on him. If he focus on me, I need to kite him and let my mech do the job. Well, do the job is you know, it's a big line because mechs they're useless. See how much damage they do? Almost nothing. The mech is mostly there for decoy. They're good for decoy. Because if I know you're gonna focus my mech, I'm gonna come at you. If I know you come at me, I'm gonna run away from you. My mech's gonna get at you. But my mech is good for F1, F2, F3 because F1 will apply weakness. F2, what does F2 do? It depends what I choose, but usually I would choose the one with break stun and regenerative defensive boons. Don't forget, if I'm away 360 unit. If I'm away 360 unit from my mech, if I use F1, F2, or F3, the cooldown will be even longer, so it will be like way longer. So I won't be able to use my F1, F2, F3 if I use them while my mech is like far away from me. This is my circle. If my mech is outside of this circle and I use my F1, F2, F3, the cooldown will be longer, so it's not a good thing, I'll be honest with you. So see right now he's focusing on my mech, which is a good thing. Because I want to see this guy's watching me. This guy is watching me because he can. I know he was trying to beat this guy over here. He cannot beat this catalyst, and he wanted to see if I was gonna beat him. Anyway, I did not notice him, by the way, until now. And he's gonna stay around watching. So now the catalyst, I see he's not coming at me, so I switched to mortar kit with a 1500 range in order to shoot at him to force him to come at me. Now he used one of his what is it, air attunement number 2, I believe, at me, but that was a bad move. That was a bad move because I mean I'm gonna move for sure. So you don't use that unless I am CC'd. If I am slowed down, crippled, or immobilized, then you want to use this spell. All right. So that was a bad move. No, that's hammer 2. That is hammer 2, I believe. But oh yeah, hammer 2 on air attunement, I believe. Now he decides to jump at me with water attunement number 5. But he misses because I knew he was going to do that. And I block. Here, every time they're close to you, there's a high chances that they're going to burst at you. That's why I start blocking. Because I wanted him to waste his burst at me. And that's why I use shield 5. And then after that, once he's done with his burst, I CC'd him with shield 4, double click it in order to knock him back, which then allows me to start my combo on him. And I missed this because I was not targeting him. My mace number 3. Here you dodge roll. Don't forget you have dodge roll. One of the problem I see in World v World is that people they pew pew, but they forgot they have dodge roll. So if you don't use your dodge roll properly, which can be a lifesaver, then it is your own doing. It is your own doing. You need to use your dodge roll at the right time and for the right purpose, and because you really need it, so that it can save you from situation where they're gonna burst at you. Look at all the dots I have at me over here. So now he's trying to run at me. He's trying to catch me, but he can't because I know that's what he wants, and I'm not gonna give it to him until he wastes his burst. I want him to waste his burst at me before I start countering him back. See, when he uses Air Attunement Hammer 2, you need to move away from that. I miss my pull. Now I need to run away from him because he really wants me hard. And I'm gonna surprise him back with a Mage 2 in order to jump at him to surprise him, because the thing is when you taunt them so much, you know they're gonna follow you. You want to come back at them right away to surprise them. Then I use my Mortar Kit while I move away from him, and I use that because I know he's ceasing. When he starts ceasing me with freezing, what is it, frost spell, you need to get out of there, because if you're, like I said, if they CC you, you're GG'd. See, I'm not giving him what he wants. He wants to be next to me. I'm not giving it to him. Don't forget, Mechanist is underpowered here. The only reason why I'm still alive is because I anticipate all his moves, not because of my class. I could do the same thing with any other class. So it has nothing to do with the class. It has to do with the fact that rule number 2, anticipate the enemy. Now, this is where everything gets interesting, because I know he's been following me around, trying to, like, using all his spell, because I've been calculating in my head how long he's been around me, and you know the burst he's done. Now I know that he's almost out of option. That's when I start going back at him. Look at his health. Oh, he get his health back. That's good. But even if he get his health back, I know that his spell are on cooldown. See right there, he could have killed me right there. If I didn't teleport out, he would have killed me. Right here. See over here? He's gonna CC me, and then if I would have stayed there, he would have burst me. Look carefully. Right here, you see right here? Right there? He was about to burst at me. And this is the mistake you do with a Hammer Catalyst. If they CC you and you stay there while they burst at you, you're dead. That's why you have to use a spell to teleport out or to get out of there. If you don't, it's not that they are overpowered. It's the fact that you didn't anticipate his next move. Again, this is due to your... It depends on the player, not the class. So there you go. So now I'm alive. He missed his burst. I'm going to come back at him now. And this guy over there, I don't know if you saw him, he's still watching me. There's a guy watching me here. See this guy? He's still there watching me. He's like, what the fuck? How is this mechanic still alive? I don't know, bro. I just don't know what to tell you. There we go. Now he's up. Now I can feel he's out of option and he's trying to run away. That's when I'm countering attacking back. Now he's going in water mode. He's going in water mode because you know he's in deep shit right now. But it's too late. It's too late. Did you guys see what I did? I blocked one of his strong bursts. I think it was Hammer 2 again. Let me see. This could have killed me if I didn't block it. There we go. So guys, I have a question to tell you. When you say Catalyst is overpowered, but I get to beat him with a Mechanist, which is underpowered, what does that tell you? So before you, like, I know a lot of you are frustrated to die from Catalyst, all right? But you need to learn the 3 PvP rules to beat any class with any class. Are you feeling my drift? You need to learn those 3 PvP rules. Unless you learn those, you will always complain at the end when you die. You will always complain. Has nothing to do with the class. Again, here, there's another catalyst. I'm using my, now I'm gonna beat him with, oh, look at that, I'm a catalyst. So I'm playing my catalyst against catalyst. For some reason, I don't know why he's running away. I'm a catalyst, he's a catalyst, he's gold, I'm silver. Like, what the, like, why are you running away, bro? Like, seriously. There we go. So see, he's catalyst, I'm catalyst. What does that tell you? Why did he die and how come I didn't die? I'll tell you the answer. That's because he ran away from me. When a catalyst attacks you, you don't run away. You have to fight him and you have to do what you gotta do to survive and outbeat me at my gameplay. Because catalyst, if you run away like he did, you're gonna die and then you're gonna complain that catalyst is overpowered. Wait, how can you say catalyst is overpowered if you are a catalyst yourself? What does that tell you? It means that it doesn't depend on the class. It depends on you. What kind of player are you? Are you gonna run away and just let me kill you? Or are you gonna counterattack and use spell in order to defend yourself and outplay me? Has nothing to do with catalyst, guys. Another one over here, this catalyst over here. Again, I'm using my my mechanist, and people say catalyst is overpowered. So why is she running away? All right. See here, she could have countered me right there. See, now right now we are alone. We are alone right now. Right now we are alone, and I wanted to 1v1 her, you know, like fair and square, but she's running away. Well, not now, she's gonna run away after. And look, she is the catalysts are powerful. They are powerful if you don't anticipate their move. They have a specific rotation which you need to learn. You need to understand. If you understand their rotation and their combos, you will be able to anticipate, block their burst, and counterattack properly. That's what I've done. That's why she doesn't. I guess she does not understand why I'm not dying. And look at my mech. My mech is behind. My mech is behind breakdancing. He's not even aiding. He's not even helping me. So basically, like, the mech is useless. Look at my mech, how slow it is. Look how slow it is. So now we are together. There's nobody around. There is nobody around. Now, look, she's running away. Look, she's running away all the way to the tower in order for her to be next to the door. And she has a buff. I don't think she has a buff. Usually they have a tower buff, but I think it's more the SMC or the key buff. Yeah, they don't have tower buff. But here she came next to the door because, you know, if I kill her, she will be able to glide inside the tower to res, or she can use the NPC to assist her. That's why I felt strange, because she's a catalyst. Catalysts are super powerful. Super mega powerful. Why are you running away? Why are you hiding next to the door? I don't know. Now she's using the NPC and she's next to the door. So when she did that, I just ran away because I know that catalysts are very powerful, and using, you know, help to help you as a catalyst, man, that is weird, bro. I don't see that every day. When I see a catalyst using NPCs to help them, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And my mech is doing nothing. He's just there walking around, moonwalking like a ding dong. There we go. So here you're gonna say that I lost. Well, you can say I lost, but at the same time she ran away all the way to the tower when we could have 1v1 over here. Without any interference. She has the option to 1v1 me, but she didn't. So I don't know who win, I don't know who lost, but the point of this video is not to bash at her, but it's to let you know catalysts are powerful, but if you know how to counter them, you will be able, like with the proper build, the proper stat, the proper wounds, the proper sigil, the proper combination, the proper anticipation. If you have all these ingredients in your baggage, when you face a catalyst, you will outbeat them no matter what class you play. So please stop saying that catalyst is overpowered, because I keep beating them. I keep beating catalysts with a class that is shit. This build that I have is shit compared to Will Bender, compared to Harbinger, compared to Warriors, Bladesworn, compared to all the other class. Are you feeling my drift? This class is very hard to play, and I challenge anyone who contradict me. If you contradict me in this, I challenge you to play my build, my utility skill, play the way I play, go face a catalyst, link me your video, I'm gonna watch your video. I want to watch your video where you beat a catalyst with my build. I want to see that. Because I know nobody will except Gilgen, maybe. And this one is Catalyst vs Catalyst. Last, yeah, there we go. So she appears. I was like in the base. I was waiting to cap over here, and she just showed up from behind. So she has an advantage, a surprise, I guess. So don't forget, we're both catalysts. We're both catalysts. There we go. What is going on, guys? What is going on? I'm catalyst. She's catalyst. What's going on? What is going on? I don't understand. She's catalyst. I'm catalyst. Now she's running away for her life. I'm just joking, by the way, guys. And here she was trying to gather while she was being attacked, because I think she knew she was dying. So she was trying to gather before she died, but I think she couldn't. Yeah, she was trying. Yeah, she was trying to gather. Maybe I should have let her gather, actually. And she dies. Boom. Now she's dead. She's dead. She's gonna die later on because I did slow motion over here. There we go. And she dies. Despite the fact that she has all these mobs over here, despite the fact she's catalyst, she still die. Now you're gonna say, how do I do that? How is it that I keep winning with any class against catalyst? Well, like I just said, the 3 PvP rules. You need to follow those PvP rules and you will be able to beat any class. Any class. But the problem, see, one of the things that I've noticed is that people, they don't want to follow any rules. They just want to go in there, they want to pew pew. If I win, I'm strong. If I lose, you're overpowered. That's the trend right now. And I kind of find it sad, to be honest with you. So, guys, if Catalyst is so overpowered, how is it that I beat Catalyst with Catalyst itself? And how come I beat Catalyst with Mechanist, knowing that Mechanist is like almost underpowered? How do I do that? It has nothing to do with Catalyst. It has to do with you, with the 3 PvP rules that I mentioned in one of my videos. Oh, welcome back to my channel. So this is the video I talk about how to beat every class in World v World PvP by following 3 basic PvP rules. All right, if you watch this video, channel. So today I'm going to explain to you how I'm giving you the golden trick. I'm giving you the golden tricks to beat everyone every time in either PvP or World v World. See, the thing is that it's an 18-minute video. If you have 18 minutes of your life and you want to change your life forever and know how to be good at World v World and PvP and beat every single class, you need to watch my video, guys. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to, but I'm saying that it will allow you to stop saying that classes are overpowered, because like I've just mentioned in every single video, I beat Catalyst. I beat Catalyst. I beat Catalyst, but most of you will say that Catalyst is overpowered, Mechanist is overpowered, Willbender is overpowered, Warriors are overpowered. Every time you lose, you always complain that the other class is overpowered, but how is it that I beat them? How is it that I beat Catalyst? How is it that I beat Catalyst? How is it that I beat Catalyst with Catalyst? How do you explain that? So I'm not saying this, you know, to be insulting, but it's just that many people, every time they die, the first thing they say is that the other class is overpowered, and they start this propaganda in the Guild Wars 2 community that says, oh, Catalyst is overpowered, the Mechanist is overpowered, is overpowered, and then everybody tends to believe. Recently, guys, there was a popular streamer who said that Catalyst is so overpowered that ANET needs to rework it. I don't know about that, guy. Again, if it's so overpowered, why do I beat Catalyst? 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 Like, I don't know, guy. And the other thing I need to mention about some popular streamers, and I don't want to insult anybody because I have high respect for long-time veteran Guild Wars 2 players. But there's one thing I've noticed, guys, and this is very dangerous because when you are a popular Guild Wars 2 streamer, and by popular, I'm talking about, you know, you've been there for a bit longer than me, you have way more subs than me, and your voice counts, all right? So when you're going to say that a class is overpowered, all right, but you have no evidence, you have nothing to support your claim. See, the difference between me and them is I have evidence. I have evidence to support what I'm saying. The difference between me and all the other streamers who makes claims that a class is overpowered is that I have evidence that they don't. So when you're going to say Catalyst is overpowered, but you have nothing to support that claim, it just makes me question, do you know what you're talking about? Do you know what you're talking about? Because you have no evidence. You say, yes, you say what you know because other people say it, because maybe you had a bad experience against that class. True. But how do you explain that I beat Catalyst? That's not this one. How do you explain that I beat Catalyst? And these guys are good. These guys are very skilled Catalysts versus an underpowered class like Mechanist. This guy is very good. This guy is very good. Like, these are not like mumbo jumbo. These guys are very good. You know, it took me like 5 to 7 minutes to kill him. This guy around 5 minutes to kill him. This one was easy because he's a ding dong. This guy is good. This guy, she is good. She is good, but I'll be honest with you, she could be better. The thing is that there's some stuff that she's missing. Like, she's missing, I think she's missing the anticipation. She knows her rotation. She knows her rotation, she knows her combo, but she does not know how to anticipate mechanics. And the reason why she doesn't know how to anticipate me is because she doesn't play my class. If you don't play my class, you will never know how to anticipate me, which is why I have an advantage on her. She could have killed me many times, but I block all her bursts. And that is due to the fact that I follow my 3 PvP rules. And that's it, that's all. So when you make a claim about a class being overpowered, if you're a popular streamer, please be careful when you make claims without any evidence, because it makes me question if you truly know what you're talking about. And it saddened me because I follow a lot of popular streamer, and when they start saying things without any evidence to support their claim, it just makes me not want to follow you anymore, unfortunately, because I feel like you're just using subjective point of views instead of objective, constructive, and verified factual, you know, arguments in order to support your claim. So it's very important because when you are popular, and by popular I'm talking about, you know, when you have a lot of subs, like 50,000, 70,000 subs, 1 million subs, you know, when a lot of people are following you and you make these kind of claims, you know, without any evidence to support your claims, I mean, you're kind of like misleading indirectly a lot of people by making them believe that a class is overpowered. But when I show you these evidence here that I kill them with an underpowered class, when I show the evidence that I kill a Catalyst with a Catalyst, and then you claim that Catalyst is overpowered, I just don't know what to tell you anymore. So you got to be careful with that. And again, I don't want to disrespect any streamers because I think everybody's entitled to their own personal opinion, just like mine. But the difference between me and everybody else is that I have evidence to support my arguments. Are you guys feeling my drift? So I don't think that Catalyst is overpowered. I think the real issue is with the player not being able to anticipate the Catalyst, because that Catalyst, just like the Will Bender or even Harbinger, are super mega powerful if you don't anticipate their gameplay. Yeah, you feeling my drift, guys? So I hope that this video will kind of like make you learn something. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that I didn't offend anybody, and I just want to say that I respect everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Terra, guys. Cheers.